Get ready with me and we'll talk about media kits. Media kit is basically like a mix of a portfolio and a resume for people who do UGC, content creation. Something that even if you have 1,000 followers and you're trying to get into content creation, you should make. Media kits are gonna look different for everyone. I'm gonna make a video sharing a few of mine. It's a personal thing, just like a resume and just like a portfolio. You want it to speak to your personality because you're trying to get across a little bit of who you are as a creator and a person. For example, you'll have an opening page and it'll say your name, what your niche is, or your desired niche if you're starting out, your contact information, and probably a photo of you or something that really speaks to who you are. It's helpful to have two versions, one that has a rate card and one that does not, because sometimes you don't want to put your rates out there. You kind of want them to be the first ones to throw out a rate. Or maybe you do want to throw out a rate. Some situations where you would, why am I starting with this? Some situations where you wouldn't want to throw out a rate is like perhaps it's a company that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this company just reached out to me. You're not super confident in your rate card. You're like, are my rates too low? Maybe let them throw out the rate first. Or if they don't, then you throw them out after. You could ask them, what kind of budget do you have for this? What kind of payment were you having in mind for these deliverables? Or a situation where you would have a rate card be something where you're contacted, it's sounding like they're wanting this stuff for free. And you say, I'd be happy to share my media kit and rate card with you. Send it over, and that gives them a gist, and it kind of sets the tone that you're not expecting this to be for free, and they shouldn't either. So anyways, we'll go back to the media kit. The next page will have a little blurb about you, who you are, not just as a creator, but also a person, because I think that's something that's really important is keeping the human connection in creating content. Living in a world of AI. Jobs can be replaced with AI, but they can't replace human connection and interaction and response. So try to keep the human bit there. Yeah, I use the same brush for everything. So on there, you're gonna have your blurb about you. Also going to have some statistics. You're gonna get the statistics of your engagement, your audience, your demographics, all of it, like cities, countries, men, women, age range, all of that. You're going to put that on there so that it's consolidated. You're going to have a range of 60 days, whatever you want. However often you want to update it. You want to have it every 7 days, you do that, but I don't like doing that. I did mine for 60 days. So every 60 days, I updated those analytics. I don't know how long TikTok's gonna be here for, but you can do your Instagram analytics, YouTube, TikTok, RIP maybe, do all the platforms that you use and you put that on there. Say like you have a really great following on TikTok and you don't on Instagram. Just consolidate and say I have a collective, 25,000 followers between these platforms. You can word it in ways where the information gets across, but it doesn't have to be so on the nose. All that stuff like the stats, the analytics, that does have to be on the nose because it communicates what you have to offer. Also, I think it's worth saying, don't worry if like your analytics aren't that great. Living in a world where micro-influencers are it. Big influencers and creators, they are losing that human connection. They don't have an authentic following as much as you do. Don't forget that. You're a human. You are so valuable. You have people in your community that respect and appreciate your opinion and your influence. So that is power. Don't get down in the fact that you may not have 100,000 followers or 1 million followers. It doesn't matter. Everyone started somewhere. As for rates, this gets really tricky. Something that I did was I started reaching out to creators that I really admired and resonated with and tried asking them like, hey, do you mind sharing how you started? What should I be charging? A brand asked for this, like something that I should be charging for this. They may not give you the time of day, but they might. And people did for me, and it was so incredibly helpful. To be quite honest, that kind of solidarity and that kind of transparency helps everyone out. One team, one dream. The more that we know how to charge for our worth, the more we're all going to get paid, because then it becomes a norm. People don't work for free. In this economy, yeah, we don't work for free. Hell no. If it's a high value item, a couch, fridge, and you're like, okay, I see the value in a trade, by all means do it. Also, all of this is just my opinion and my feelings and my perspective. So go do your own thing. You can throw everything I'm saying in the trash if you want. I don't mind. Next page of your media kit, page 3, you are going to have a page full of images. It's going to be like the portfolio section, things that like either photos and stills that you've taken, screenshots of collabs that you've done, that you're proud of. Brand new and just starting out, just take photos of things. Pretend. Show them what you can do. You're capable of doing stuff. you're interested in this because you know you can do something, showing them what you got. Now, you're gonna stop, you're gonna save that copy, Media Kit version 1. Then you're going to add a 4th page, and that's going to be your rate card. You're going to have on there, your rate for an Instagram reel, your rate for story posts, carousel posts, usage rates, whitelisting. Look into that. I didn't know how much you should charge for ad usage. As you get the ball rolling and momentum's going, definitely look into that, because we are getting walked over as creators with that stuff. You're gonna have base rates, so it's always gonna be starting at XYZ price. That rate card is going to be super handy, because when you're approached by brands that want you to post, either way, you can just send over that rate card and you can be like, I'd be happy to hear what works within your budget. You guys got this. I have to wrap this up. I'll post more about this. Ask whatever questions. I'm an open book. Love you. Bye.